You know, I'm not even gonna address last night's game. Instead, we're gonna talk about my issues with the Lakers fan base. Some of y'all just don't make sense, and I'm gonna bring y'all up to y'all getting on my last nerves, okay? God, mess up my mic. Look at this. Oh boy. Let's get right into it. The Lakers lost. But that's not what I'm coming to talk about. My biggest gripe that has been going on for the last week and a half, has been pointing the fingers at everybody but where the fingers need to be pointed at. And we're going to address that today because I'm sick of it. So over it. It just, so done. So done. So done. From my personal intake over these last 10 games has been we don't play as a team. I don't know why that's the case. Actually, I do know why. We got two different teams playing out there. You have the young guys that we've been playing since 06. I mean, 06, Jesus. The young guys from the 2016 all the way to 2018 last season, and how they play. I'm sure everybody's comfortable and know what they can give us night in and night out. And then we have the veterans, and they have their certain style of play, which is very, very different. And it's very apparent if you do watch the games. And I just don't understand why is that the case. The young guys, they want to play up and down the court. They want to push the pace, push, make or miss. It doesn't matter. We're going to go, especially when Lonzo's bringing the ball up the court. It's definitely, so completely different ball team. Okay, you got Kyle Kuzma shooting the corner threes. You have Bi looking like an actual three, dunking on people and just scoring at will with his length. And then you have Josh Hart shooting those threes and being that 50-50 guy. And then you have the old guys. What the hell? LeBron is LeBron. At the end of the day, LeBron's been the same person for the last 16 years. You're at the end of your career, my man. It's not about you dribbling, pounding the ball. You're not at Cleveland no more. You're not. You have people that can play with you. It's okay if you just let them go to work. And young guys, you need to take responsibility. Do not just be like, where's LeBron? He's my scapegoat. Where's LeBron? He's our guy. There's times for that when the fourth quarter comes around, because we don't know how to close out games as our young guys. That shouldn't be the end all be all. If LeBron is there for a quick, easy bucket, you give it to him. But he came here joining you guys because he saw something that you guys were doing well last year. Okay? Back when I was playing travel ball and when life was simple at being at 12 and having no responsibilities, I was on many different travel ball teams, and most of my travel ball teams, we were really good friends. We would always be together. We were always circled around each other. We were impacting each other's lives some way, somehow. Like basketball brings people together. Sports in general bring people together from all different backgrounds. And it doesn't always look like that. I think that's our biggest struggle right now. We have one team and then we have another. Until we finally played together, and I won't even say all four of our wins we played together. Because it hasn't. There are times where when we do play together, man, we got 20, 25 point leads. And then all of a sudden we revert back to our old selves. But as everybody knows, Magic did have a meeting with Luke, And I don't think this is an outcry of like Luke needs to be fired, because he doesn't. This is not him. This is not his entirety, the entirety of his fault. Me, as a basketball player, I've always been taught the old school way from my play style and how I've approached the game, how I've been taught the game, is you do as the coach says, and you should be successful. Not saying that you need to be this butt buddy of the coach, or you need to be, you know, at every beck and call, you're right there. No, I have my own talent. I have my own skills. He understands my skills and talent. I need to trust him in order to be able to be successful and get that win for that game. With that said, I don't know why the NBA, but specifically the Lakers, play like that, or the media portrays this idea that nobody is listening to Luke and that he needs to be canned because he's not leading his team. Bro, that makes no sense. Like, I'm pretty confident Luke Walton is retired and he's coaching at the moment. He's not putting out 48 minutes a game. Like, at some point, when is it that the players are going to take responsibility for their inabilities to play defense, their inabilities to listen to schemes, their inabilities to execute offense? When is it going to be on them? And I get that they're the stars, you know, they run the NBA, blah, 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 blah. But last time I checked, these are grown-ass men at the end of the day. They need to take responsibility for them not being able to do their job properly. There is a reason why we were 15th in defense efficiency last season with a bunch of no-name players. How do you go from 15th down to the bottom 5 of the NBA this season in defensive ratings? I get that the freedom of movement has changed everything, but there's not even times where we're in the vicinity of playing defense. Ron, you are the leader of our team. I've seen your defense. We need a lead by example. God, English is hard. Your defense is obviously not as good as it used to be 3 years ago. You're doing a lot of pointing, like the 24-hour fitness, switch here, switch there, and you're not moving. Once our team starts seeing you playing defense and playing, switching on rotations and taking charges and so on and so forth, I guarantee it'll have a trickle-down effect. That's how defense works. Now, with that said, I still have my issues with him. No coach is perfect. I think putting his offensive playbook in the players has taken too long. He's been with us for 3 years and we still don't. I'm not sure what our offensive identity is. You can run up and down the court all you want, but eventually you're going to have to be in a half-court offense or in a half-court setting. And I'm not too sure what that is. I can't just look at it and be like, oh, that's Princeton, or oh, that's Horns. So that's one issue. Another thing is rotation. I've stated this in other videos that I don't understand why 10 people are being played. Of course, all 10 players or everybody on our roster can play every night of their game. But that doesn't mean that they should. Luke needs to figure out his 8 players. You 8 players are for sure going to play, and you're going to have the bulk of the minutes. Somebody that is a high energy or a necessity, whether that's, oh, I need somebody to rebound for me, I need somebody to foul. You're in 10 games in and you already had 6 or 7 games preseason. But all in all, none of us are NBA coaches. It's just that simple. We're not getting paid like NBA coaches. We don't do the work like NBA coaches do. Obviously, Luke is not the only one that is coaching or doing the film studies or doing the scheming. He has assistant coaches, but that's their job. That is their life. He had 30 some odd wins with a young team that had no business winning 30 some odd games or being remotely close to a playoff hunt. So let's stop with this notion of that we need to swap a coach. There's nobody on the market right now that is worth taking. Okay. So let's just stop with the nonsense and just ride this wave. Okay? Let's be happy that the Lakers are even a talking point. Eazy-E said, any publicity is good publicity. Okay? Tonight was our first game that we got blown out. You have about 5 of those games every year. We got 1 out of the way. 4 more to go. Reason why I didn't have a video for a while is because school was kicking my ass, and I had to divert my attention as I'm paying for school personally. So until I get YouTube to start paying me, it's a no from me, big guy. It's a video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Leave comments down below what your thoughts were. Do you think Luke should be fired? Do you think that the players are to take for blame? Let me know. Also, every Sunday night, me and CK2K, we talk about NBA on our podcast called Coast to Coast. Okay, I need y'all to check that out. Come join us. We talk about the NBA primarily. We talk about, in our last episode, we were talking about the NFL for a little bit too. Like I said, it's a good time. Go check it out. Every Sunday night, 7:30 on CK2K's channel. Subscribe to his channel too. That's my homeboy. Till the next video, guys. I'll see y'all.